Um, Welcome to the character guide. That's for Mai here. You just bought Mai and you don't know quick setup for your Mai. I think purple works well for you because you already start with a green armor, and with my skill, the skill that Mai has can already upgrade it. So that's good for you, and it will help you give you a little bit more punch at the beginning against someone that does not run purple. But that two options for you. Can go lighter or scrap metal with the purple. I don't think it mattered that much for my as a stabby character. And Accelerate is just the best aptitude, bar none. It's so valuable. But if you don't have it, or if you don't have the gold to buy in the shop, just use bread seeking. It works. It works anyway. And since you already start with the lighter on this setup, I'm recommending a good weapon you can do with that is the Cosmic Bidden. We'll be starting at the bottom here. Since we already have the lighter, we'll be looking to upgrade it into a rapier. That will be our first weapon here, a rapier. So we upgrade a Heated Whetstone, and we burn a Shamshir. So first item you want to look for are Heated Whetstone for your lighter. And when you burn your whetstone, you get two. So you don't need two whetstone. You only need one whetstone and your lighter from your purple set. And you also have your index in the game too as well. You have a rapier. After you have that, it's pretty easy for going from there to upgrade it. You can do a short spear. You get your bidden. You get the bidden level. Really easy. Just one ingredient. Then after that, we have Iron Battery. Iron Battery for finish a weapon. That will be a weapon I recommend for a quick start guide for mine. So what are those armor that you can craft if you, because it's RNG, you will RNG one of the three here. Yeah, purple, yes. So if you RNG dress shirt, you will need 2 cloths and 1 cotton glove. And butter sword tuxedo. Tuxedo is a better one because of the effect. If you go dress, you'll need a scissors, and you'll need some herbal liquor. So you'll do a sorghum wine with alcohol, and then after that you do Oriental grass. Which you'll also, if you didn't do the rapier for your my build, you can also use your lighter for that too. That's your Dragon Dobok, and this one, the effect is better on this one than the Cheng Pao. Bishop Cassac. If you do get that, you have 2 options. You either go gold for Clergy Cassac, but with my, I will probably go Crusader, so I can do a weapon, a steel weapon, base weapon for stabby character with the extra steel. So you see steel here. When you craft a steel, you have an extra one. So a weapon you can do with blade stab here for mine is this Master Sword here. So that's what I would be doing for mine. Then after that, Master Sword, you upgrade that into Addis Edge. So when you're playing Mai, you have this option, pretty much those weaponry here. You pretty much will be crafting one of those most of the time. And like we said, if you are on Bishop Cassock start from purple, you can go Addis Edge for the extra steel. If you have not Bishop Cassock, you can go for Cosmic Bidden with your lighter. Then this one is more factory base. This one is more uptown base. So probably going to be Cosmic Bidden and Addis Edge, your 2 weapon for my quick start there. And what's your weapon look like? Not your weapon, but those are the 2 weapons you'll be crafting. Bishop Cassac, you'll be going for Addis Edge. And if you have dress or dress shirt, you'll be going for Cosmic Bidden. And your armor will be looking something along those lines. We have a Dragon Dobok. We have a Dropnir as an arm. We have Comb Killer Heal. So this one will be if you have dress as a start. So those will be probably your build here. Your helmet will be either a close helm, a racing helmet, or a Tiara of Light. because sometimes you do start school, because you'll be starting either at hospital or school on the dress, and it's probably going to be racing helmet there. And yeah, as a nail. And it fits pretty well with mine because of the effect. That hero helmet, if you do finish your hero helmet, the effect is pretty good on mine. So that's the, yeah. It's also the best helm for mine, yeah. Hero helmet. But you start with a racing helmet, after that you upgrade to a hero helmet if you have time. But as a new player, you probably won't have time to do a hero helmet, but racing helmet, if you do have only the racing helmet for a new player, it will be fine. It will be fine. So those are pretty much the armor on the dress. We already talked about the steel. If you are on steel, you'll probably be looking to do something along those lines. You'll switch you'll keep the harm. Dropnir will still be your harm, but you'll probably go Crusader or Sunset as an armor. Probably Crusader though, because if you don't do Crusader, you'll have to use your Bishop Cassock as an helm. So it's not very likely. Could happen, but could do that. But I will try. I will stick with Crusader here. It's more easier. So armor will be Crusader. Dropnir, and your weapon we said will be Hade's Edge. Your boots will in accessory probably will be those two. Yeah. You burn some paper to do that. So you just add everything here in the bookmark, and after time you will be used to crafting those. So just add those in the bookmark. So that's on the Bishop Cassock. And finally on your dress shirt. Dress shirt is going to be the same as you have here. Dropnir, Killer Heels, Racing Helmet. And instead of Dragon Dobok, it will be your Tuxedo. And weapon-wise, it's still the same. Cosmic Bidden, 2 times out of 3, and 1 time when you have Bishop Cassock, you'll be going at his edge. That's a quick start guide for Mike, build-wise and resource-wise. Then after that, if we look a little bit more advanced, and what do we have? Early game, we have some armor already. And if you like to lose purple as well, you'll have even more armor at the start, which is decent because she started on D Mastery. So she will probably be weak early game because of that. D Mastery start. So that's why I like to bring my purple cell armor, but you don't have to do purple cell, you can do whatever. After that, level 18, it seems to be that you have no armor, but you have a skill. You upgrade your armor, so your base stat for sure are low. 45 D Mastery character is pretty low, but since you upgrade your armor with your skill, which we will see in a second, those stats are way more higher than that, 70 and more. So you have for D Mastery character, you have something big stats here. So you'll have to be a lot of the rumble here. You want to build a lot of mastery on your big armor during the game. And I thought you're going to be a strong Maya at the hand there. The problem with Maya is that armor in this game is weaker than attack late game, so you want to maximize your big armor early game and mid game so you can build your mastery of that. She's a decent character though. 53 for D Mastery. It's kind of lowish though, but it's okay. It's okay number. If you like Deli likes very much. Deli in the chat there. She likes Maya a lot. I like playing Maya as well. I like Maya. I like building the big armor, and eventually maybe do the ultimate Elrider masterpiece. That's pretty cool. But let's see what we have. The first skill you'll be using is your combat skill, the Pattern Collection, and Pattern Collection gives you 2 stacks each time you use it. So pretty much when you meet someone, you use your Pattern Collection and you get your 2 pattern stacks. And if you achieve your masterpiece, you get an extra 5% max HP. It recovers a little bit, but it's mostly when you meet someone, you do pattern, it's on 40-second cooldown, so you'll have it. Then after that, by having some pattern, right away, as soon as you did 1 Pattern Collection, you can use your Haute Couture. Haute Couture is on 10 seconds now. And you can use right away because Pattern Collection we just saw it does on 40-second cooldown, so you can always use your Haute Couture all the time. So every time you have stack, just upgrade your armor, get your +2 armor right away. Don't wait, because yeah, it's only 2 armor, but it's matter a little bit. Yeah, they do that. They do add up. The extra 2 armor there, they do add up. For a normal 55 armor, you'll have 27 stats increase. So that's where I got my 70 armor total here with Haute Couture at level 18. And after that, if you have other armor, it can be even more. So like we said, our armor, it will be going to be a Tuxedo. So 25 plus 25 max over here. We'll be using some Crusader plus 27. We'll be using also Dragon Dobok plus 27 as well. But the ultimate, of course, is having the Hell Rider jacket with plus 40, because it can go up to plus 40. And that's the ultimate there. 120 Hell Rider jacket. Well, that's a lot of armor. Of course, a garden suit is a thing, but being able to achieve a masterpiece on garden suit, it's pretty much impossible. It's pretty much impossible. You will have to, yeah, the pattern collection, I think if you do your pattern collection on cooldown all the time, I think it will be possible, but realistically, you can't do a masterpiece on garden suit. But Hell Rider is doable. High level player, you can do it. And you can do a masterpiece on an Hell Rider with 40 stack. It means you did your skill 20 times. But being able to do your skill 30 times is pretty tough. And those are not great armor because they are RNG, so we don't bother with those. But if you do find a Hell Rider, sometimes you do find a Hell Rider, a Cabana, or a Garden Suit on someone, you can potentially upgrade your armor and get your Haute Couture on that. So you have trouble with a Mai there and you're in a game, you can salvage maybe an M or Batteret. That could be helping you for in your case with the minus 10% here. So that could be that. You could counter a Mai with that. Or if you have when you're crafting, it's like Plessy said when he was mentoring someone, he was saying, yeah, when you craft your clothes helm, just look at the lobby here, and you can see which helm do you need, stabby or blade. So if you're facing some blade action, you can go with the gold one, or if you're playing against some stabby player, just like mine, you can go for the helm of Batteret. And that's it for mine. Start with the quick guide, the build, and if you want to go advanced more, you can watch the rest, but